Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Ros Smith and this is my colleague Angela McCarthy. And your names are?
My name is Rino.
Rino?
And my name is Gabriella.
Gabriella. Thank you. Can I have your mark sheets, please?
Yes.
Thank you. First of all, we'd like to know something about you. Where are you from, Rino?
I'm from Switzerland. I live in a small village in the mountains. It's called Sedrun, only 1,400 inhabitants, and that's very nice to live there.
And you?
I'm from Brazil, and I live in a big town. Yeah, and it's very hot, and it's very good.
And what do you like about living there?
As I said, because it's very hot, the weather is very different from here, and I think that all my friends are there. And I like to live there because of this.
Okay, and what about you, Rina?
Yeah, as I said, I live in the mountains. In the winter we have a lot of snow there, and we can go skiing every day. And I also like to go skiing in my free time. That's very nice, yeah.
And do you find it easy to study where you live?
I don't study where I live in Sedrun. I live in Kur. That's a city, and it's near the mountains, but it's also near to the sea, so we can do both things in summer and winter. A lot of free activities. I know a lot of people there, so it's very good to do some things after the school. Yeah.
Thank you. Is there something new you'd really like to learn about, Gabriella?
I'd like to learn about guitar. I like to learn play guitar. Because I didn't have much time in Brazil because I was in the last year of my school and I had to study a lot, and I don't have time here too, so it will be for next time.
And who do you spend your free time with?
Well, with my friends and my boyfriend. I used to spend my time with him, but here is more with my aunt and her family because I live with them, and only this. I don't have much friends here.
And how much TV do you watch in a week?
Yeah, it depends. When we have holiday, I look very much television, and when I have school lessons and school time, I watched only 1 or 2 hours per day. So that means 10 to 15 hours a week.
Okay. And do you use the internet to learn new things, Gabriella?
Not much. It's more. Sometimes we have some homeworks that we have to look on the internet about history or geography or something about. But it's more for leisure and the internet. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing for school.
Thank you. In this part of the test, I'm going to give each of you 2 photographs. I'd like you to talk about your photographs on your own for about a minute, and also to answer a short question about your partner's photographs. Okay, Rino, it's your turn first. Here are your photographs. They show people spending time by different rivers. I'd like you to compare the photographs and say what you think the people are enjoying about spending time by these rivers. All right?
Yeah, okay. On the first picture you can see a very big waterfall with lots of tourists in front of there who are taking photographs of them. And in the second picture you can see only a small river, some families who are taking a bath in there. And I'd like to prefer to go to the second picture because there you can go into the water, and that's not possible in the first picture because of the waterfall. It can be very dangerous. But the first picture is also very nice to take photographs and to see this famous waterfall.
Okay, thank you very much. Which of these rivers would you prefer to visit, Gabrielle?
I would prefer the first one. It's because I don't need to get in the water, only taking pictures and watching the beautiful falls. It's nice for me.
Thank you. Right, now Gabriella, here are your photographs. They show people preparing a meal in different situations.
Well,
I'd like you to compare the photographs and say what you think is difficult about preparing meals in these situations.
Well, I can see in the first picture that it's a family doing a cake for maybe it might be a special time in family, and there's the food is very homely and it's nothing special for guests or something different from the second picture. It's in a restaurant and there are chefs and they're preparing something very exotic or special for the guests. And what's difficult about preparing meals in the second picture is that you have to please the clients, the guests, sorry. And it's because they're paying for the food and you have to make it very well.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Do you enjoy cooking, Rino?
Yeah, I have an own flat, so I also have to cook to cook dinner. So I like to cook, but only easy dishes. Also not to have, yeah.
Now I'd like you to talk about something together for about 3 minutes. Here are some pictures of things that can make living in a city enjoyable. First, talk to each other about how these things can help people to enjoy life in a city. Then decide which 2 things you think are the most important. All right?
Yeah, okay.
Well, I think that a park is essential. You know, maybe on summer days when you're getting bored, stay at home, hot, and you just go to a park, enjoy yourself with family and friends. What do you think about this, Rino?
Yeah, also the big cities has a lot of parks. They are very nice, and you see there some birds and other people who are walking through the park and relaxing.
Yeah.
And here you can see, I think it's a football stadium. Yeah, it's very big. At the weekends there are a lot of matches there to enjoy it, to watch it, and to support the team.
Yeah, sports are essential.
Yeah.
And there are lots of coffee bar here. This is more for the old people who wants to sit and relax, reading their newspaper and chatting with friends. This is very good too.
Yeah, but there are also young people.
Yeah, there are also young
who are
people.
talking to each other.
But they look a little bored here in the picture,
Yeah.
don't you think?
They like to prefer to go to a disco.
To disco, yeah. Disco is very nice
Yeah,
too.
to enjoy the whole night, talk with other persons, dancing and drinking something.
I think that this one with the water falling must be accessible only on summer. It will be terrible to have these waters in the winter, especially here in Cambridge, where it's very cold.
Yeah, but the people really enjoy it, as the children enjoy it, really, yeah. And this picture, that can be a market. They sell some flowers.
Yeah.
And that's quite nice to go on Saturday or Sunday to a big market to look around and to see how it goes on.
Yeah, but I don't think that music in the street, I think this is not very nice.
Why do you think that?
Because it's so usual. We have this everywhere. Go in the train station, you can see people playing, you know.
Yeah, but in Switzerland
There's
that's
no
not
excitement.
usual. We don't have this in Switzerland, so that's something new for me.
Okay.
And which 2 pictures do you think they are most important for yeah, for the people?
I think that park and stadium.
Yeah, maybe that can be for the older people, and for the young people it's also important. The different clubs and the stadium is for older people,
Yes.
from young to old.
Okay, thank you very much. What are the disadvantages of living in a big city, Rina?
Yeah, the pollution of the air, that's very terrible. A lot of cars, buses, and yeah, it's not so nice. You don't have so much green areas that you can go in and walk through. It's a lot of noise. Yeah, I think that the most important.
What do you think, Gabriella?
Yeah, I think the same as Bruno. And in the big city, you don't have much individuality. Yeah, everything that you do, you know that everybody's watching. You know, you can sit in a park like in a small town and just relax because you have to share the whole park with lots of people.
So why do you think some people choose to live in the centre of cities?
In the center? Maybe because you have to work, and the big companies and everything was being in the center of the cities, you know. And I think that's it.
Some people say that living in a city can be very lonely. What do you think?
Lonely? I don't think it's lonely when you live in a country. In a city you can do a lot of things. There are a lot of free time activities that you can do. You can walk through the shops and do a lot of shopping and watching to the other people, visit museums, a lot of tourist attractions. I think that isn't lonely.
Okay. And would you prefer to live in a very modern city or an old one with lots of history?
In an older one with lots of history, because first of all I love history, and second, it's because modern city you don't have to do anything. Everything is in your hand. And a small city, you're always enjoying the things that you're doing. You know, modern, you have everything there, ready for you. So I'd prefer to live in a city with lots of history.
And is there a city you would like to visit in the future? Rino?
Yeah, I was a week ago in London, and I also like to go another time there because there's a big city, a lot of things you can look at, to go to the different museums, to go on the London Eye or Big Ben, and I like to see this city again. Very famous and very big, yeah.
New York.
Why?
It's because I have a friend that lives there, and we're very close. And it's because a city is a city, a lot of history too. It's a modern city, but there are lots of things that we just see on the television and hear about it. But I want to see if it's really that thing that they say, you know, amazing and big and noisy and relaxing at the same time, you know.
Okay. Right, thank you. That's the end of your test. Thank you.
Thanks.